coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime.
Well, it's very exciting for us. You know, we love it when YMT's down here.
The big thing is it's played between the white lines. It's not played on TV.
Number 1, Pulaski County. Number 3, Southwestern. Maroons, Warriors. It's our game of the week and a Class 5A District 7 title game. Plus, Tom Larkey heads back to Baxter to take on his former squad, the Harlan County Black Bears.
I think we'll leave Harlan alive.
And number 6, Paintsville tries to stay undefeated against a team the Tigers haven't beat since 2004, Raceland. All that and more on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Are you ready?
Roy, it's Jake New, and he's in for the touchdown.
We're ready. Let's start the show.
I'm Mason Helton from Pulaski County High School, and Sports Overtime starts now.
Oh, the boss is back from Charlotte, but he let the kids play tonight. Yay. Welcome into the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. It's the A-plus team on a Friday night. She's Lauren Cash. I'm Jamie McCracken.
Yes, what a week it has been. We started out some of our round ball previews, SEC basketball media days in Charlotte, and now we are on the verge of the high school football postseason.
Unbelievable how fast the season has went. Next week is the last week of the regular season. Then it's playoff time. And we start the show tonight with two teams that figure to have a legit shot at winning in the playoffs and possibly a Class 5A state title. Here we go, crosstown rivals Southwestern and Pulaski County hooking up in our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week. Here we go. It's number 1 Maroons and the number 3 Warriors. Maroons facing a 4th down, but George Gregory, he'll pick up enough yardage and then some. 48 yards down to the Warrior 20-yard line. Pulaski would later score to put up 7-0. Same score in the second. Riley Hall steps up all kinds of time, and they don't want to give him too much time. Mason Helton there for the score, 14-0. Pulaski. Warriors get on the board when Mason Reese reaches across the goal line for 6. PAT no good, 14-6 now. 30 seconds to play in the half. Hall looks to pass, and he says, I just do it myself.
Scrambling feet.
Scrambling. 21-6, Pulaski County. UPI top play contender here. Now just 20 seconds to play in the half. Reese throws, and he is picked off by Jake New. You saw him in the tickle, and here he goes. Nothing new, by the way, because as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, holy moly, Pulaski County, the top-ranked Maroons, win it tonight, 52-6. It was a running clock in the third quarter. Here's John Hines.
Well, it's huge just because of Southwestern. You know, PC and Southwestern, I've said all along for many, many years, it's like Auburn, Alabama down here. It's the biggest game of the year. You can forget state championships and district championships and all that. This is the game of the year, and this is the game people will talk about and remember. So it's a huge win for our team, for our fans, for our school, for our program, and everybody involved. It just couldn't be a better night to be a Maroon.
All right, Perry Central hasn't won a game since August, and Coach Larkey returns to Harlan County, but it was Harlan County's ROTC guy that got the real workout tonight. First drive of the night, QB Jacob Branson tossed it out to Tyree Simmons. This kid is an athlete. One guy to beat, no problem. Harlan County on top, 6-0 early.
How many push-ups can you do?
You pick top play 4. Just kidding, 40. Quarterback keeper, no, it's a throwback and lots of open turf around. Dylan Cornett runs over one tackler, takes it all the way home. Harlan County would score 33 in the first quarter and give some credit to the defense for a shutout win. Everything worked for Harlan County tonight, and don't blink, that's a 3-game winning streak. They go to Log Mountain next week. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Commodores won their first 2 games of the season but have lost the last 7, 46-0 the final.
Seriously, how many push-ups can you do?
Like 57.
57 in like an hour? Maybe. Leslie County suffered its first loss.
I gotta breathe a lot.
Oh, Leslie County. They're taking on East Ridge tonight. This is the first quarter, first drive of the game. Offensive drive for Leslie County. Has a 39-yard carry. Justin Collett. Next play, they go to, it's Justin Collett. He goes 39 yards on the carry. So the Eagles, they're showing their weapons early. And then the very next play, they go back to Austin Smith. The first play was Austin Smith. He went 28 yards. They'll give it to Smith here in the third play of the drive. And Leslie County takes 3 plays to get down to put 6 on the board. It's 7-0 Leslie County. Next possession for Leslie. Kevin Whitaker screens it out, and that ball is fumbled. All right, eventually somebody going to pick it up. It's going to be Eastridge. They're hopping all over the ball. The Warriors would capitalize. Brody Johnson, right side, and he's in. 7-6 after the missed extra point. Next East Ridge possession, not so good. Jacob Clark picked off by Lucas Vance. He does the push-ups because he ain't going down, but he does get body slammed. The Eagles don't convert a touchdown off of the turnover, but the very next possession they do, it's Collett. Second time of the night. Go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Leslie County moves to 8-1 on the year. Eagles go to Whitley County to close out the regular season. They win 40-32. Still to come later in the show, the football cats travel to Starkville tomorrow night. We'll preview Kentucky's game with Mississippi State.
Do you see these guns, Jamie?
Ooh,
these
girl.
guns are the result of push-ups. But first, more high school football. We go to Pineville where Harlan plays for a district championship. We're going to do some push-ups in this break.
Push-ups.
I'm John Hines, head coach of the defending state champion Pulaski County Maroons, and you're watching Sports Overtime.
Our fans in the stands, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University. We go to Pineville. Mountain Lion fans enjoying week 9 of the high school football season as Pineville hosts Harlan in Class A District 7 matchup. Highlights of the Mountain Lions and Harlan Green Dragons. After I say this last sentence, Pineville tonight's fans in the stands, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University. Lauren, your turn.
The Harlan Green Dragons were 7-1 heading into tonight's district matchup with Pineville. A win tonight would hand Harlan their first district title since 1999. But they've got to get through the Mountain Lions at Bill Adams Stadium. Bart Elam and the Mountain Lions trying to complicate the district title a little bit with a win at home against the Harlan Green Dragons. Pineville turned it over the first drive of the game. The Dragons with the ball and moving. Paul Stapleton takes the first down on the sweep. Harlan in Mountain Lion territory. A few plays later, Nick Jarvis muscles his way in for the touchdown from a few yards out. Green Dragons on the board first, 7-0. Pineville now looking to respond. Lawrence Simpson, meet Thomas Morgan.
Hello.
That's a stop for a loss. Pins the Mountain Lions back behind the chains. No big deal though for Mr. Calm, Cool, and Collected. Tucker Woolham, the QB keeper, gets in the end zone. 7-all in the first. And we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Pineville spoils Harlan's outright district title, 43-36 the final, and the confusion ensues in the Class A District 7 matchup.
Johnson Central visiting Ashland for the district title tonight. Watch this play here. The ball goes to Quentin Baker. He's caught up by a couple Eagles, but whoa. Oh no. He gone. Bye. That puts Ashland up 7-0. Johnson Central with the ball now. And Bryce Workman drops back. Deep pass. Oh, this is his favorite target right here. Jordan Blanton. Get off me. Oh, he's taken down at the 1 though. But the very next play, old big gunner Sloan, he'll take the ball into the end zone. The Eagles go for 2. That put them up 8-7. Last play of the game, Ashland needs a touchdown when Tate Dowdy pitches it to Quentin Baker. That's not even close. Go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. What a crowd there tonight at Ashland Blazer. Always a good one. The number 2 Golden Eagles move on with the win, 8-7 over the Tomcats. Let's stay on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard tonight. Prestonsburg defeats Betsy Lane 48-0. Morgan County falls to Breathitt County. Bobcats win 55-6. Pikeville all over Jenkins 57-6 over the Cavaliers. Casey County gets shut out by Corbin 50-0. Staying on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Williamsburg 53, Linkamp 8, Somerset big win against Middlesboro 54-7.
Next up on the show, Paintsville Raceland. The Tigers look to remain undefeated with a win in the Class A District 7 title.
That's right, and a little later we'll cap off our coverage of SEC Basketball Media Days in Charlotte. Story time via emojis. The Paintsville Tigers undefeated 8-0, on fire going into tonight's game. Yeah, they're the cool guys in the mountains right now, but every time they play Raceland, they become the sad guys. Paintsville hasn't beat the Rams since 2004, and a whole lot of people have aged since then. Tonight, they get to try again. Here we go. Paintsville ranked 6th in the Mountain Top 10, celebrating senior night. First quarter, Cash Dangle with a handoff to the guy that nobody seems to be able to guard these days. It's Kent Phelps making moves. That's good for 6. Paintsville up 7-0. About 5 minutes later, with nearly the same exact play, Daniels hands it off to Phelps. How about another score? 50 to the house.
Insane.
Goodness. Second quarter, Tigers Luke Trimble. He gone. It's 21-0 Paintsville all over Raceland. Less than a minute left now in the half. Raceland trying to put some points on the board. Nathaniel Davidson. Carson Christian. Oh, what a grab. In double coverage, the Rams scored. Goodness, that was a heck of a play. 15 seconds later, the Tigers, though, they answer back. That's that boy, Phelps. Tigers would score one more time in the first half. Go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Paintsville 50, Raceland 7. First outright district title since 1994.
All right, we go to Barberville. Scotty Russell and the Knox Central Panthers battling Rockcastle County. Jamie, quick story here. My camera literally fell apart as soon as I got to this game. But no worries. I fixed it right before this huge play for the Panther offense. Jamel Carton takes the handoff from Jackson Stewart at midfield. Got out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Very next play for the Panthers.
So you can do push-ups and put cameras together.
Let's give it to him again. Carton finishes the deal. Puts Panthers up 20-7 on the Rockets. Jamie, that's called domestic. Rock would respond. Check out this throw and catch by Chase McClure and Dalton Rowe. McClure are scrambling. Throws on the run. On target. Rowe makes the snag. Rockets would score. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. 32-13. Knox Central wins it over Rockcastle County. Let's stay on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Estill County. This is a shootout. 65-48 over Knox Central. Lawrence County beats Sheldon Clark 49-19. Whitley County over Letcher Central 42-27. Powell over Magoffin 75-21. Shelby Valley 45-14 over Allen Central. Chandler Rowe has now over 1,000 yards on the year, 5,000 for his career. South Floyd 58, Phelps 6. Staying on the scoreboard, we got a lot of scores tonight. Belfry 49, Pike Central 16. South Laurel falls to Lincoln County 31-14.
Holy moly, lots of points. Much more to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, here's a look at this week's Alice Lloyd College Mountain Top 10.
Time now for our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. Courtney Jackson is a senior at Letcher Central High School, where she has a 3.7 GPA. She's a member of the academic team, Powder Puff football team, and the tennis team. She's the daughter of Donald and Daisy Jackson. Congrats to Courtney, our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week.
Long John Silver's catch of the day. We head back out to Barberville, Rockcastle County's Chase McClure. He's scrambling. He's in trouble, but it don't matter because he throws a deep beauty. I did that backwards.
Yes, you did.
Dalton Rowe. Goodness, watch it again. Congrats to Dalton Rowe on our Long John Silver's catch of the day. He had deep beauty. I had beauty deep. What is that? All right, it's time now to get you ready for the Saturday slate, all sponsored all season long by Union College. Lauren, we got a lot of stuff going on. The football Cats go to Starkville to take on Mississippi State, a team that is 28-1 against unranked teams under head coach Dan Mullen.
Yes, a Mississippi State win tomorrow night would make them bowl eligible for the 6th consecutive season. Kentucky trying to beat State for the first time since 2008. Offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson thinks his unit played as well as he's seen them all year in the loss to Auburn.
I mean, offensively, I think we executed about as good as we have this year. That's probably as close to what I envision offensive football looking like. And so we just need to do better in about 2 or 3 critical situations, really. Really about three plays that we need to learn from. Other than that, we played fairly well, really.
All right, so you got Kentucky and Mississippi State tomorrow night. Other games to watch for our WYMT Appalachian Wireless College Game of the Week. UPike goes to Cumberland's. The Patriots lead the all-time series 8-4. Union will go for its first win of the season. Bulldogs have started the year 0-6. Dogs host Kentucky Christian, while UVA-Wise will also go for its first win of the year at Fairmont State.
Also on the schedule, the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky at home tomorrow. You'll be in Richmond, Jamie, as EKU host Tennessee State, and Morehead State is down in North Carolina for a game against Campbell.
Lots of stuff coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night. Turning to some basketball now, a few Mountain natives lacing them up this season in the SEC.
Yes, Josh McKinney has more on last year's Mr. and Miss basketball winners Cameron Justice and Macy Morris.
Basketball fans in Eastern Kentucky are once again buzzing about the upcoming college basketball season, talking about the Kentucky Wildcats and whether or not they will win another national championship. But there is another reason for fans in the mountains to get excited about Southeastern Conference basketball. 2015 Kentucky Miss and Mr. Basketball winners Macy Morris of Bell County and Cameron Justice of Knott County Central will both be showcasing their talents around the SEC this season. Justice playing down in Nashville with head coach Kevin Stallings and the Vanderbilt Commodores, and Morris playing in Lexington with head coach Matthew Mitchell and the UK Hoops team.
As all freshmen have a transition to make from high school to college, and she's in the midst of that right now. She has to get stronger, and she has to understand pace of play and some of those things, but I'm very optimistic that she's going to have a fantastic career at Kentucky.
Morris is one of 2 Kentucky Miss Basketballs on this year's UK roster, joining junior guard Michaela Epps of Marion County. As for Justice, he joins a Vanderbilt team that was picked 2nd in the preseason conference poll and is expected to compete for a conference title.
He's done awfully well so far, and he's a young man that can surely score the ball and really has a great feel for the game. Unfortunately, he's battling a little bit of a groin injury right now, and that's slowing him down. If he's healthy, he'll be a guy that will probably find his way into the rotation and help us on this year.
Justice makes his return to Rupp Arena, where he played in 4 Sweet 16s on January 23rd when Vanderbilt visits Kentucky. Morris and her teammates open their season at home on November 13th against Rice. Josh McKinney for the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime.
All right, should be fun to see how those two do. That wraps up this show. You'll see us back here tomorrow night. Lauren Cash.
Yes, you will be at EKU. I will be at Union. A lot of highlights for days. Also, quick shout out to Mama Cash. It's her birthday today.
Happy B-Day, Mama Cash.
Good night.